Is the UFC real, or is it just a carefully scripted show designed to thrill millions while hiding uncomfortable truths? At first glance, the Ultimate Fighting Championship appears to be the pinnacle of raw, unscripted combat. A brutal test of skill, strength, and endurance where only the toughest survive. But what if I told you that behind the blood-soaked mats and adrenaline-fueled knockouts, there's a hidden world filled with whispers of scripted drama, behind-the-scenes deals, and outcomes that may not be as pure as you think? Prepare yourself, because the truth about UFC is far more shocking than you ever imagined. For decades, millions have been captivated by the UFC's intense battles, viewing them as genuine clashes between warriors. The electrifying atmosphere, the tension before a fight, the explosive action inside the Octagon all contribute to an experience that feels undeniably authentic. Fans celebrate underdog victories, mourn unexpected losses, and dissect every move with the passion of true believers. But beneath this theatrical display lies a question that haunts even the most devoted enthusiasts. Is everything we see truly unscripted combat? Or is the UFC also a well-oiled entertainment machine, carefully choreographing moments to maximize drama and profit? Let's start by exploring why this question arises at all. Unlike traditional sports, where a strict governing body oversees results and rules, UFC operates in a relatively opaque world dominated by a single corporate giant. The UFC's owner, a multi-billion-dollar company, controls not just the fighters, but the marketing, matchmaking, and media narratives. This centralization of power raises inevitable concerns. Can any fight be 100% impartial when the business's bottom line depends on selling the most exciting storylines? Several insiders, former fighters, and commentators have hinted at the possibility that certain outcomes might be influenced by financial incentives or contractual pressures. A claim that, if true, would shake the foundation of the sport. One of the most controversial aspects fueling these rumors is the uncanny consistency with which certain fighters rise to stardom or mysteriously disappear after a few losses. There have been whispers about protected fighters receiving favorable matchups, extended title reigns, or even soft fights designed to build hype. For example, when a popular fighter who drives massive pay-per-view numbers suddenly faces inexplicably weaker opponents or narrowly escapes defeat, conspiracy theorists jump to conclusions about possible behind-the-scenes arrangements. Though no hard evidence has ever publicly confirmed outright fight fixing, the pattern is enough to make many fans skeptical. Even more unsettling are allegations about how UFC narratives are shaped like a reality TV show. Scripted rivalries, carefully timed trash talk, and dramatic confrontations that build anticipation far beyond the fights themselves. Social media explosions, press conferences full of tension, and sudden betrayals all feel a little too perfect, as if orchestrated by unseen writers rather than spontaneous clashes of personalities. Some insiders admit that fighters are often encouraged or even contractually obligated to play up their roles as heroes or villains, ensuring the audience remains hooked episode after episode. Beyond the spectacle, financial interests loom large. The UFC generates billions annually, with lucrative pay-per-view sales, sponsorships, and merchandising deals hinging on star fighters and engaging story arcs. This commercial reality creates immense pressure on management to engineer outcomes that maximize profitability. Imagine a scenario where a champion who isn't quite the best fighter is kept on top because their star power sells millions of subscriptions, or where a rising star is pushed hard against less challenging opponents to build hype, all designed to make the next big fight a global event. Business deals, sponsorship obligations, and even political considerations have reportedly played roles in matchmaking decisions, raising the stakes far beyond simple competition. Of course, it's crucial to emphasize that the vast majority of UFC fights are genuinely competitive and intense. Fighters put their lives on the line, enduring brutal physical punishment for the sport and their careers. Many athletes are deeply passionate about their craft and the authenticity of their victories. Yet, even the most devoted fans must confront the uncomfortable truth. In a business worth billions, where entertainment and sport collide, some element of show inevitably creeps in. What's more, the UFC's willingness to blur the lines between reality and spectacle isn't unique to it. Other sports and entertainment platforms have faced similar accusations. Wrestling's WWE famously embraces scripted drama openly, but UFC's position as a real sport places it under a different microscope. The tension between maintaining legitimacy and creating marketable content fuels ongoing debates and controversies. As fans, what can we do with this knowledge? Should we abandon our passion for UFC, feeling betrayed by possible manipulation? Or should we appreciate the sport's complex nature, A hybrid of genuine competition and showbiz spectacle, understanding that behind every punch, kick, and takedown lies both raw athleticism and calculated entertainment. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. In the end, UFC's explosive popularity is undeniable, and whether the fights are fully real or partially staged, the emotional impact they deliver remains powerful. But next time you watch a knockout or a heated rivalry unfold inside the Octagon, ask yourself, are you witnessing the purest form of combat, or a carefully crafted show designed to shock, thrill, and keep you coming back for more? The truth will shock you and change the way you see the UFC forever.